whole log house concept has been long lived with my wife. She's always wanted one. She's always felt like if she had a log house with an 8-foot porch all the way around it, that'd be something that could really make her happy long term. And that meant a lot to me, that she did want something specific and something that I could do. So I got her a log house. And next Sunday week, on the 23rd, after church, we're going to come out and we're going to ride to Greenbrier. And just like we used to do when we had our own cattle on here back in 1999 and 2000, 2001. And we'd ride here every Sunday and look at this place. And she always wanted a house right there on this site, because it overlooks a lake, which is the most prolific lake we have here for fish. And it also, she can look on the porch, all the way around the porch, and she owns everything she can see. And she always wanted to do that, so that's why I built it right here. But Nita and I go back a long ways. She and I were in the 3rd grade together in Dayton, Texas. And that was my girlfriend, 3rd grade, Juanita Holbrook. And the next year, her best friend was my girlfriend. She didn't like that too much, but she tolerated it. And the next year I moved to Liberty, 5 miles away, and I was raised in Liberty, Texas, from the 5th grade all the way through my marriage to Nita. We got married October the 26th, 1957. And we've had 4 children, 3 boys and a girl, 12 grandchildren. The oldest grandchild's 19, the youngest one's 20 months. And our children are 45, 44, 43, and the girl's 40. And they're all self-sustaining young people, and we just enjoy the devil out of them. But not seeing Nita, literally, physically, not seeing her from the end of the 4th grade until we were juniors in college. She went to Southern Methodist University, music major. And I went to Notre Dame University in Indiana, and I was home for Christmas. And I saw her coming out of a wedding at the Catholic Church in Liberty. And I asked my friend Charlie to follow her. I'm going to ask her for a date. And I did. I asked her, and we went out. And in April of 1957, we become engaged to be married. And in October, obviously, we got married. She was born in one house, she was raised in one house, and she got married in one house. And since that date, we've moved 14 different houses, 14 different places. May of 1999, she came to this site right here, where this log house is. And she says, if I ever build another house, I want to build it right here. And of course, by leasing the land with no obvious idea that I'd ever exercise my options, I had to build it on my other ranch. So I got me a nice big house over there. Plenty of room for all my grandchildren, all my children, everybody. But she's never had her place. And so one day coming back from Waco, we were furniture buying, I heard her say, look, there's that log house I've been talking about. And of course I was looking at the road and I didn't see it. But I spotted the road landmarks. I took her on home. Next day I got up. I just took off, went to Centerville, rode out the road, found this log house. Drove in the driveway, knocked on the door, told the man I wanted to look at his log house because my wife wanted one. Took me all over the house, told me about Satterwhite. He said it's just really, really good people. I called one of the salesmen. He sent me all the brochures I needed. About a month later, they sent me out a special flyer of a new model that they had come up with, 5 Caddos, C-A-D-D-O, Caddo models. I picked out one of them, adjusted it for a loft, told the salesman about it. He said, I'll have the plans to you shortly. He did. I made a few corrections in the plan, sent them back to him. He sent me a proposal. I paid my down payment. And then I waited for my time in line for the guys to come out and put it up. They told me what I had to do to prepare for them. I did it. Robert Tutt came out, went through the deal, told me what I was going to get, told me what I had to do. Next week or so later, a crew came out here, dropped all this log house all over where you're looking at right here. And in 10 days, they loaded their trucks and left. And that log house was sitting right there, ready for the roof to be put on and to be painted and finished up. And I've done it since then myself, hiring a roofer, painters, plumbers, electricians, fence builders, all that kind of stuff. Road man, built my road in here. And now, on the 23rd day of October, the Sunday before our anniversary, 47 years married, I'm going to bring my wife out here from church. And I'm going to say, happy anniversary. You deserve Nita's place. And that's what this is going to be, just for her. And she's going to help me finish the inside. She'll put some of the fixtures in there, light fixtures, things like that ladies like. And then she'll come out here and she'll fish in her pond. She's got her varmint rifle. She'll come out here and she'll shoot coyotes or hogs or whatever she wants to do. She might bring her ladies friends out here to play bridge or something. But this is not for the children. My children have a big house to go to. This is her place. And that's what we're going to make it, Nita's place. Just tickled to death to talk about her anytime, I'll tell you. And of course, the log house, I just love it. It's everything I thought it would be and more. But there's lots of things that make something like this, even though it costs, considerable, is that the people that you're working with were so fun. It's just the crew was fun. The people at the office were fun. Sam even called me one day and talked to me on the phone, and I had a big time talking with him. Well, he was a super guy on the telephone, and I've never seen him, never met him in person, but I've been impressed with that telephone call I had with him. He just visited with me just like I was the only log house he'd ever built and gonna build, and it made an impression on me that I was gonna get a good product. Now I got a good product, and I'm tickled to death with it, and I know she's gonna be too. So that even makes it better. But it's fun to do something like this when you're in a retirement age and you got the wherewithal to do it. To let somebody know that they are special, and she's a special lady in my life, and in our children's lives too. And to have her own place, it's just going to be a top-notch deal. I mean, I can't wait. And we've tried to figure it out in town. This town's about 4,200 people. And a third of them know this house is under construction. She's the only one that doesn't know. Absolutely has no earthly idea. And I've been buying all this stuff in Bryan and bringing it back here and dropping it off. And it's just going to be an absolute surprise.